Oh, hi there. Cello. Hey now. Hola. And ba weep grana weep ninny bong. However you want to say it. Welcome to that Kev1 show. Ah, a new year is here. And with that, your favorite Kev's birthday month, January. And one thing you can do for me as a gift, yeah, no, that's free 90 free, is create. However you do, and especially if there's a special project or any kind of project you've been longing to do, push yourself. And if you literally, I don't know, don't have a lot of time to do said project, or don't have the funds, or don't have the whatever, the manpower, the extra, the props, the whatever it is, do it. Little by little, bit by bit, until it's 5 by 5. And you're proud of yourself too. Ah, yes, January, the time that everyone betters themselves. What kind of, what is it? Hashtag blessed that it's my actual birth month. And yeah, birthday week, birthday month. One thing, a pro tip for you guys, like, I remember I had like, I can't remember, it was like a girlfriend or a friend that was a girl, I think it was a girlfriend, that mentioned her birthday week. I first remember that expression, or birthday month. I was like, what? Which makes sense as an expression, but, say if you are in a bad situation, or if you actually somehow have a bad day, or part of a bad day, or your birthday, during the day of it is delayed, so you get the gratification, or the fun time, or the whatever, you know what I mean? Balloons burst, you're waiting for something or someone to arrive, and it's just like noticeable time passing that isn't the most fun and isn't like 100% special to you. You make it the next day, the second day of your birthday, and then it might end up being a birth month, birth week. Hopefully it's not a mandatory to get at least 24 hours of good vibes to making it a birthday month. But you know what? Yeah, make it as special as you need. You know? I'm guessing, and hopefully you deserve it. And something I'm going to do for you on this day is a gift for the ears, as we're setting up for, and oh, I see instruments through the glass. Music, new music for your ears. New music to a lot of you. Playing their hit "Step Down." Listen today for "Leader." A lot of you are excited about that. In fact, one of you super fans of mine, told me about them. So yeah. But first, the good news, as why you've had a couple rerun weeks. I'm in a new film project as the lead as the lead in the film project, Hecular. And I will be giving new updates on the project that I'm allowed to, without getting any kind of trouble or breach of contract. I'll be giving them here for sure. And on my socials if possible, but here for sure, guys. You'll hear it here first, and I hope we'll have some people related to that project besides the lead, moi, on the show. And fear not, my pretties, new episodes shall not be delayed. Plus, on this episode of that Kev1 show, guess what? From my number one patron, my current number one patron, Jordan Dees, he wanted a review of the latest movie I've watched as part of the What Are You Watching game we play on Patreon. So, you'll be hearing a pretty full-on review, spoiler-free, of course, of, wait for it, The Housemaid, Sydney Sweeney's latest project. Hey, it's the latest film I watched, okay? If it was a day later, you might be getting The Wrecking Crew, starring Batista and Jason Momoa, or what have you, but yeah. I gotta be honest, that's the latest film I saw. So get a review for that. Oh, plus, by popular demand, my live cooking segment. A couple of you have been asking this for a while, and fans of my spin-off YouTube channel, Scottish Keto Guido. You guys want a live cooking segment? You're going to get it today, of my current food addiction, keto pizza. So without further ado, here's a spoiler-free review, yes, Jordan, and for everyone, of Sydney Sweeney's Housemaid. Where do I start with The Housemaid? Start with Sydney Sweeney, Amanda Seyfried, Brandon Skellner. Skellner? Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you for another belated birthday wish, people. But yeah, Brandon Sklenar. I don't think I've ever heard his name said aloud, but he's been in a lot of stuff. He was in, was it called Drop, I want to say? That movie on, that was blown up on Peacock about the date night gone awry. I know he's been rumored to play Batman, so woo, good for him if that's the case. Good for him that he's even in the conversation. So he's already obviously doing pretty good. But anyway, The Housemaid is one of those. It's exciting, but it's one of those quiet pressure building thrillers that doesn't rush you, but it absolutely watches you back. It feels like. Sydney Sweeney's the main character, getting a lot of attention. She plays a character who steps into a seemingly ordinary job as a housemaid, and she desperately needs a job, no spoilers, but slowly reveals itself to be anything but a regular housemaid job. What starts grounded and almost mundane keeps tightening, scene by scene, until you realize the real tension isn't about what's happening, it's about what might be happening. The film leans hard into mood, controlled performances, loaded silences, and a constant sense that everyone knows more than they're saying. Sydney Sweeney is especially effective here, restrained, observant, and carrying a lot beneath those eyes and beneath the surface without ever tipping her hand. It's less jump scare thriller and more psychological unease, the kind that sticks with you long after the credits roll. If you like slow burn stories about power, trust, and the danger of underestimating people, The Housemaid plays the game very well. It's patient, tense, and confident enough to let discomfort do most of the work. Yeah. No, I definitely recommend it. If you're curious about it at all, and it looks good at all, you'll love it. It's one of those. It's kind of in the vein of The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. And yes, before you ask, it's another sensual and deep role for Sydney Sweeney, who also did get in some trouble this week, if you're listening to this in a timely manner, climbing the Hollywood sign. I can't really say. How old? Am I 20-something, 30-something? Someone just texted, or in a belated birthday wish with a smile. I don't know. Not to be cringe, but am I 26-7? Anyway, yeah. I like just telling people, especially as an actor, you learn this trick. They ask you how old you are. You say, how old do you think I am? And they say a certain age, and you go, yeah, if it's younger, or if you want to. Anyway, if you look better than the age you want to be in the mirror, I say as a rule you can say that age. I mean, as long as it's over 18, you don't want to get any kind of weird waters. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, Housemaid. I grade a lot of these movies on not necessarily it's not going for an Oscar, but it's like they did 100% what they wanted to do. I grade it on that curve. So 3 out of 4 stars. Yeah, 2.5 if you're being like crazy hardcore, like better rating, but 3 out of 4 stars for The Housemaid. I recommend it. If you're curious and it looks good to you at all, yeah, you'll love it then. Boom. And you know what I love? I'm a creature of habit. And sometimes I eat the same thing over and over and over for a long time. As a main dish. Usually, I usually eat a meal and a bunch of snacky-like meals a day. Not as a rule, but just naturally. And as of late, it's been keto pizza. And in a moment, we're going to take this stuff we have it ready, right? Yeah. And they're set up. Okay. We're trying to do this until I'm We're going to go to the kitchenette here at the studio. Yeah, well, there's a kitchenette. Oh, swanky danky, right? Next to the green room. Why am I mapping out the place? Because someone's going to strike the compound, the building. We get ready for a report on how to make keto pizza. Next. Oh, yeah. Maybe you always keep it a hundo, but I'm asking you to turn the oven to 350 for this. A good average temperature for what we're about to make, which is, of course, Scottish Keto Guido improved keto pizza. I've been keto for a while, and you don't have to be to enjoy this, but it happens to be keto. It happens to be a 32-gram dinner that we're about to make, or any time of day meal. That's 32 grams of protein and 0 net carbs. Let's go. Alright, oven is preheated to 350. I'm taking some parchment paper here, and I'm putting it across my pizza pan. If you have a flat pan, that's cool. Maybe put some tinfoil on, and then the parchment paper. I like using parchment paper because pizza and a lot of stuff doesn't stick to it. Pizza for sure, in my case. And so it's not sticking to tinfoil, even if you have it in a little too long, maybe like stuff a little crispier. It comes right off your little spatula. Maron. Let's go. Let's see. And a lot of you ask, how the frick are you going to make 0 carb pizza? Well, in a hurry, I discovered this one day. Any store has them. So this is in a pinch. You can make your own keto pizza dough with almond flour, mind you, and all that. And I love that. I've done that before. But we're doing this in a pinch. We're doing something that I've been eating all the time, because that's what you guys ask. What am I eating all the freaking time? Right meow. Well, lately, it's keto pizza. And do that in a hurry if you want to get it done in like 5 minutes or less. Zero net carb tortillas, which is like in every store. Go to your tortilla aisle and look for zero net carb tortillas. There's different brands. I don't want to say some because I'm never paying for sponsorship. But the top brands have them. Let's just say that. Zero net carb. Different flavors. I'm using Sriracha Ranch flavored right now. You could use plain. You could use Chipotle is a popular one that I like. Jalapeno ones they got. I've noticed. I'm taking 2 of these tortillas. 2 grams of protein each of these, mofo. I put them on the parchment paper next to each other, like 2 headlights. You've seen Dumb and Dumber, you know what I'm talking about. And then, let's see, what do you want? I always have been putting cheese on, and lately, creature habit, I've been getting fancy Havarti cheese. So we're using Havarti cheese today. So you get a slice of cheese, there's even that carb. Each of these slices in the package I got are 6 grams of protein. So again, I'm not going to say which company, but you can probably find out by people go, which one has 6 grams of protein? A lot of them have 5. You could find them with 5 grams of protein per slice very easily. That's kind of the average. This one happens to have 6, which, heck, it's better. It's closer to my body weight per gram of protein, which is the goal. If you know, you know. We'll have that more talk on that in the body lifting segment, although I've kind of spelled it out for you. And so, I'm taking 2 slices of Havarti cheese, and I put them on either side of the tortilla. Oven is still preheating in real time for me here, so these aren't in the oven. I have this on top of the oven as I'm building it, using it as a tabletop. It's just already mouth-watering, my friends. I want you to imagine that I'm here with you, with my Mario-esque mustache, pop culture-esque Italian food, Scottish Keto Guido for pizza approved, keto-tastic pizzas, kind of screams bachelor food. We also take a 3rd slice of Havarti cheese, or whatever cheese. Gouda is really good too, if you don't have Havarti. Any kind of cheese you like, really, that goes on pizza. I mean, come on. But that's what I'm using. I usually use Havarti or Gouda. That's personal preference, but a lot of it's good. I have this 3rd slice of cheese is put to the side, not on the tortillas. Now, I always use pepperoni, but I'm kind of hankering for extra meat, so I'm going to do what we call double meat. So in between these 2 slices of cheese and tortillas as the bun, so to speak, I'm going to put... Ooh, this we ran out. Maybe this is your pepperoni. Oh, marron. I was going to add extra meat here, my friends, my dudes. Oh, we do have it. The world is saved. Okay. Now. Ready? Okay. So, a reminder. 2 tortillas open, like 2 sandwich buns, so to speak. 2 bookends, you know. And on each of the sliced tortillas, we got the cheese. Havarti in my instance. Now, on both sides, I'm going to put the meat. Now, often, in a pinch, it's just pepperoni. But I'm going to put Black Forest ham in the middle. Yes, my friends, this is a keto meat lovers pizza. Pepperoni and Black Forest ham in my instance. Putting 2 slices on right now. Don't want to be too selfish. I want to save some for a sandwich later. And we're looking at 6 grams of protein with that. Looking at my Black Forest ham, I got her. Alright, now, then, I've put that together. The buns, so to speak, the tortillas on the outside of each. So it looks like a sandwich. 2 tortillas with cheese and meat in the middle. And then I'm putting that 3rd slice from earlier, remember guys? I'm putting that on top. Almost like some sort of a Shaggy Scooby snack when they make those tall sandwiches, you know? And on top of that cheese, I'm going to put a mountain of pepperoni. Now sometimes when I just have pepperoni, I put the pepperoni in the middle in lieu of where I have Black Forest ham today, and then pepperoni of course on top, so it looks like a pizza, and it is a pizza, and it's delicious. The serving size for these pepperoni slices are, for 5 grams of protein, it's 15 slices. It seems kind of crazy, right? It seems like it should be more protein, but it's the way the cookie crumbles, you know? or the pizza in this instance. So if you didn't have other kinds of meat for the middle, you'd have 15 slices in the middle, and then 15 slices on top. I got a Black Forest ham in the middle though, so I'm gonna have 15. I'm probably gonna splurge a little bit more than 15, but at least 15 on top, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm sprinkling 1 pepperoni, 2 pepperoni, 3, and 4. I'm stuck to it. Oh, pro tip, I double check just in case, because some packages of pepperoni, maybe they all do, or maybe they all should, have those little plastic poison pouches that keep stuff fresh. There's a Seinfeld episode where it's such a long time since I've seen that, but where Kramer, he actually poisoned someone right with one. Little white kind of dye packs that are in to keep stuff fresh, food fresh sometimes. So look for that because it could be in between your pepperoni slices sometimes. Double check each pepperoni, and it also helps you count each one. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 12. I got 14. I'm putting 16 on. I'm already ahead of the curve with protein. I got 2 more in my hand, so guess what? Your boy's gonna eat it right here. Oh my god, wow. I like covering the entire top of the pizza, if you will, personal pizza. So it looks like just pepperoni on top. I see some cheese sticking out, so I'll put a little more. So I probably have, it's fine to lose count as long as you're ahead of the number. I have to have at least 15 slices. I got at least 21 here. 23 if you count the ones I've nommed. And now, I open the oven. And you want to know a beautiful thing about this recipe? A gorgeous and phenomenal thing. Now, while I like to cook my stuff kind of extra, without no charcoal, no carcinogens, but I like kind of burning my stuff. When I have scrambled eggs, I have them till they're almost dry when I cook them. I don't want to wet eggs. So, but a good thing about this, you virtually can't burn it. Don't try to burn it. But say you're watching an episode of Cobra Kai or Dexter rewatch, Sopranos, what have you. Whatever you're watching. Whatever you're new to, The Traders, whatever show you're watching. Whatever. Give them free promotion. And your food's in the oven. It's been a while. Oh my god. It's been a while. Is it burning? It just merges together even more, even better. For my personal taste, it's almost overcooked it, if anything. You're baking out the grease a little more, what have you. And this is the 0 net carb tortillas. The cheese was 0 carb that I bought. Keep an extra out when you're buying the cheese, unless you don't care. But because some have like 1 carb, 2 carb. It's all keto friendly. If you just buy what I told you to buy willy nilly without looking too hard, definitely check out for the 0 net carb tortillas. That's important because you might have a lot of carbs otherwise. Pepperoni's always 0 carb. Double check, I guess. But yeah. 0 net carb and 32 plus grams of protein for this. This is a pizza. So say, oh my god, I want to eat another one. It tasted so good. And you throw another one in the oven for 4 minutes. Delicious. And guess what? More 0 net carb. Closer to your protein goal. Bada bing, bada boom. Maybe I'm superhuman, but I've been eating this for months as a lunch or a dinner, depending on what's going on in my life. And I'm fine. No. Oh, my heart's locking up. No. And knock on wood, your boy's always good. But also, this is a fine, healthy meal, baby. It's definitely keto tested. And more than a couple personal trainer approved that I've talked to. Let me double check. It already looks good and starting to melt. Some people just want it melty, traditional pizza cooking wise, which is about 5 minutes here. I never set a timer, I just check here and there. But when I come home from a long work day, or if I'm just in a hurry after shopping and gymming, or what have you, and I just throw it in the oven, it's cooked in I don't time it, mind you. You have an idea. You have an internal clock. It's probably 6 minutes, and I'm going to be here talking to you and watching it, listening to it. And yeah, I got my other phone ready to vibrate on my hip in case people get a little rowdy in the studio, ready to play, ready to rock, and we'll get right to it. Worst case, we'll fix it in post, we'll have them rock, and we'll put it at the end of the show still. But it's going to be in real time, it's going to be linear, and of course, I'll tell you Patreons behind the scenes how that goes. Ooh, marron. And as it cooks, let's check some world news. People also demanded that. In fact, this is an extra gift for you guys, because some other patrons that weren't the top patron were asking, hey, do a news report, which I kind of just do instinctively half the time anyway. So let's look at the news right now. Oof, I was going to look for something kind of funny, but Yeah, I was gonna dedicate this show to this person anyway, so I'll talk about it right now while my food's cooking. I want to take a moment here on that Kev One show to talk about some really sad news that everyone I'm sure has heard about, and sorry if you're hearing it for the first time, but the news that Catherine O'Hara has died at the age of 71. It's way too young to die, and it's, yeah, young grandma age, right? A lot of mothers and fathers are that age, or older, younger. The legendary actress, though, and comedian known for so many unforgettable roles. Most recently, everyone had to know her from Schitt's Creek. It was Moira Rose to Home Alone. Duh, yelling my name, right? But she was the beloved mom of, I forget his real name, Macaulay Culkin. She passed away January 30th after a brief illness. Her ups confirmed. They haven't quite said what it was, but I know she had a heart condition of some kind. That she was still able to have a legendary career doing pratfalls and being very physical and everything. But I knew she had a heart condition of some kind. I knew for some time. So, but what's hitting everyone right now is just how much she meant to so many of us, actors, co-stars, fans, everybody. I mean, tributes have been pouring in. Any news you see of it from the Schitt's Creek creators and cast, from Macaulay Culkin again, I said, who called her mama an emotional tribute, and from people across the comedy and film community. It's strange and sad. Somebody who's been a part of so many seasons of our lives in holiday movies, at least two, and in shows that made us laugh and cry, that she's gone, and it makes you think about how much these performances, these moments of joy and humor stick with us, Catherine O'Hara helped define a lot of that for decades, and we're going to feel that loss. I mean, indeed, she's like the one that I feel like a lot of us actors would want to play our mother, and would love for her to be our mother, She'd be so great and warm. We're running out of those, that perfect type of person like that. Man. A lot of people were talking about Archer's mother and Arrested Development, and now Catherine O'Hara. Oh. Yeah. Way too soon. She will be missed. And I'm checking the food again. The cheese is melted. It's melting over the corners of all the tortilla, or crust, if you will. And the reason I use two tortillas, it makes it a little more all together when it's all formed into one piece with pepperonis on top. It's like this unique... It's pizza for sure, especially with pepperoni on top. As the crudité, okay, this is pizza, you know what I mean? But it's almost like reminiscent of, you remember, and I mean, when I say this, I mean a way better, delicious for sure version of, remember in grade school, that kind of weird, they called it pizza? It was like a blob of, pizza stuff. But it actually was delicious when you ate it, but it looked kind of disgusting. It's almost like a happier, cooler, hipper version of that. What I'm making here. And if you brought it out to anyone, a date, what have you, yeah, they would be like, huh. And then, ooh. Yeah, I put a mountain of Parmesan cheese on top, as I will live here. But, yeah. So how much time has passed with that? With that beautiful tribute I gave? Hopefully beautiful. Hopefully, she deserves that and way more. But, that's been at least, 4 or 5 minutes? my two of my crew are in the corner, usually on the other side of glass, but they're upstairs with a band, a leader right now. So, Maron. And when this show hits YouTube, there will be pictures of this, of course. Delicious and nutritious. Oh, it's go time. Oh, lordy, lordy. Alright. Always be cautious. Grab your oven mitt. I got one that's, kind of like the Pac-Man hand. Ooh. Now, when it's just pepperoni, not Black Forest ham, it often stays together. As I took it out, it kind of spread apart, almost like it's alive or something like that. It's trying to crawl away. So in this case, you almost have the bottom tortilla, obviously covered in cheese, like a big pool of blood spatter, pool of cheese, and then the Black Forest ham, a little sliver, half smiley moon of it, then the tortilla, cheese, and pepperoni, giant, coagulated glob on top with an orange ring around it. So I like to do carefully, and there's no pain in this dojo, right, is maybe wait a second if you can't take the pain, but I'm all good, baby. Is you pull it back onto each other. And if you got a spatula, even better to help with part of it. And you can even like put part of it upside down onto each other, so it's like a big, even more of a mix, even more of a scramble. As I'm doing this, I notice it's all moving. It's moving and moving. It's all together now. And it's moving, moving, moving on the parchment paper. Not stuck to it, not coming apart more. So again, parchment paper is like a Game Genie cheat code that is perfect for this. Usually I use some fancy, glass plates or, Pirates or whatever, but the paper plates here in the kitchen rack, so that's fine. Let's see, spatula it up. Oh, marron. Put it on the plate. Oh, so good. Still piping hot. Taking pepperonis that were loose and it fell off, and I'm putting it on the pizza itself. I love Parmesan cheese. I get a giant canister from, I'll just say Costco. I better get a Costco deal one of these days. And, ooh, coating it in Parmesan powder. And if there's, quote, too much in the way that it's so 3D mountain of Parmesan, you spread it off a little. So you can see the red pepperonis and the cheese. Oh, so delicious. Now you can wait, eat this in a giant, kind of circular, it's still circular looking to you, fashion. Or, one thing I do, and a hint, and you are listening to my cooking segment, aren't you, is I take a kitchen scissors. You can get it at any cooking place. They're like scissors, but they're more metal and rubber tipped on the ends, on the outer ends. Whatever Ginsu, whatever steel blades, stainless steel blades in the middle. And I cut the pizza in half. Kind of reminiscent of Jesse Pinkman cutting a pizza. Who cut the pizza? Maybe it was, it's been a long time. Was it Skinny Pete who cut it? Someone cut it at, on Breaking Bad, remember? It was a joke on how they had solid pizzas just behind the scenes that when Walt threw it on the roof. Anyway, so they made it like an so it made sense. It wasn't a plot hole. Now, one cool thing about cutting the pizza, maybe use a pizza cutter traditional, a bunch of slices, but these pieces are a little more small, a little more personal, but they're thicker because of the 2 tortillas, like I said. 0 net carb again. I had 3 slices of cheese I'm recommending, 2 layers of meat, 1 on top, 1 in the middle. And now look, I cut it in half, and it kind of revealed a little more skin, if you will, a little more crust, a little more cheese areas that aren't so Parmesan. And the Parmesan's already melted in. So I'm adding a little more Parmesan. It's almost like if you want Parmesan represented in a picture, it'd still be there. Oh, marron. So good. Get your favorite beverage. I got mine ready. Let's take a bite. So good. Sorry, not sorry, but so greasy. And greasy delicioso. The way I cook it, the way this is, it's kind of reminiscent of, taste-wise, it takes you back to Chuck E. Cheese, but it's healthier. I mean, who knows? How long has Chuck E. Cheese been out of business? As far as I know. Maybe they're in business still again. Who knows? But maybe they're somehow keto, before keto was maybe even a thing. I mean, I wasn't aware of it. I was aware of He-Man and Battle Cats back then. Well, Thundercats. Battle Cat is a thing, so I'm going to stick with Battle Cats. I'll trademark Battle Cats, the plural. Create something out of it for Adult Swim. You heard it here first. Don't make me do a lawsuit, guys. Join me up. Say you want me to join if you love that idea. So good. I hope you enjoyed that. Hit me with more questions, more inquiries on all my socials, and if you're closer to the number ones in my Patreon, you get that on the show for sure. If it's inspiring enough just on my socials, I might just, for the hell of it, throw it in. But thanks so much, guys. And we're ready. I can see them. I'm not quite at my desk, but I'm in the office looking at them. I truly want to thank all of you for being on this journey with me. All the love. And next week, join us and guest Dr. Alex Cullen. And to play us into climax with their hit Step Down, listen up right now for Leader.
times I lay awake with sleepless nights and endless days. I try to find a quick escape. So look at who you have become. Why have you become so numb? Can't you see the things you've done? And if you think that you're without, let me remove all forms of doubt. Take one step back, then turn around. I'm standing firm, I won't step down. I see the clock upon the wall and watch the minutes start to fall. Well, every breath just fades away. I watch the hours fade away. When the time begins to slow, I look above to give me hope. But soon I hear your voice again. Turn around to see you creeping in. So look at who you have become. Why have you become so numb? Can't you see the things you've done? And if you think that you're without, let me remove all forms of doubt. Take one step back, then turn around. I'm standing firm, I won't step down. If you try to fight, I won't step down. If you tell me lies, I won't step down. If you take my pride, I won't step down. If you pierce my side, I won't step down. When you try to hide, I won't step down. And if you want my life, I won't step down. When the battle's tough, I won't step down. I will stand and not step So look at who you have become. Why have you become so useless? Can't you see the things you've done? And if you think that you're without, let me remove all forms of doubt. Take one step back, then turn around. I'm standing firm, I won't step down.
That Kev One Show is brought to you in part by T-Mobile, the Uncarrier. Rep the brand as behind-the-scenes film talk, positive vibes, and discovering what the human condition is all about as nonstop creativity guides us on and on and on with that Kev One Show merchandise. Now for sale at thatkev1show.etsy.com. That Kev One Show, spelled of course that KEV number 1 N show. Hey, you're a fan. You want to rep it. You know how to spell it. So get it today and glow with us. This portion of that Kev One Show is supported by Bohemian Dream Gifts, made with organic and natural oils that nourish and hydrate your skin. Man, I don't know if it's the weather outside or the gym that was killing my skin, because my right elbow on the, it itched like the Dickens, like I was becoming like the Lizard from Marvel Comics. I think it's that machine where you put your elbow in and do the lifts, you know, for the bicep. But I was itching my skin like crazy during, well, I won't say who because I don't want them associated with rough skin, with one of our guests here in the near future here. But my right elbow was getting ashy and coming up, getting red and irritated. Anyway, I used some of the promotional cookie dough body oil from Bohemian Dream Gifts that they gave us, and my skin, I'm not kidding, came back. I can vouch for that one. The cookie dough oil baby body oil, the cookie dough body oil brought my skin back to life like an Evanescence song. I'm not kidding. My skin is smooth and happy again. 100%. You can buy cookie dough oil on Etsy at the Bohemian Dream Gifts shop. Check out their other stuff as well, but that's one that I swear by now. And as soon as my promotional one runs out, I'm going to order some myself. So go to Etsy and visit the Bohemian Dream Gifts shop today. What's better than your favorite talk show? Well, maybe homemade delicious food, cold beer, or a drink of your choosing in a comfortable atmosphere. Well, look no further than the Boulevard Tap House for the world-famous fish and chips, seafood, all-around delicious menu with pizza, all kinds of food, wings, steak bites, anything you can imagine when you want to watch the big game or catch some live jazz if you pick the right night. Open 7 days a week. Go to boulevardtaphouse.com right now. I like to go to their Terwilliger Curve location. That's the home location for their not only their fish and chips, and they knew that they always used to give me Caesar chicken salad and wine. They kind of made jokes and made fun of me of that. My favorite food there now might just be the brand new Mark Heaven. That's a margarita pizza named after me. Don't know if they did it because I'm Italian or what, but I had it, and it is delicious and, dare I say, nutritious. Anyway, friends, go on in, have a great time. When you're there, you truly are family. No cap. Enjoy the Boulevard Tap House today.